Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, April 8th, 2025. How was everybody? So I meant to, David, how are you? I hope your day's gone better. Thank you for the follow. Mazo Hysterian. Did I get that right? For whatever reason, it moved the thing on me. Weird. Yeah, it moved. Here, I'm going to move that over. You're hanging in there? Okay, good. Continue to do so, please. Who do we got? Russell, Colin, Juicy. Greyhound Mom, hello. Welcome over on YouTube. I have been going, so I meant to tell you all on Monday that I was going to take Tuesday off. And it occurred to me as I hit the stop streaming button, and then it was too late. So I had quite a few things I needed to get done. I had several hundred samples I needed to do, ink samples. All the Manyo and Euromako inks that we have thus far, I needed to get done. And among other things, listing some pens. There were probably 20, 25 pens that I had to list. And my daughter was coming over to do photography, so I had to pull another 20, 25 pens. I mean, it was just, it was pretty much nonstop yesterday. And so I really needed the day to do some work. And as it turned out, I ended up doing all my shipping well past. Normally, I don't do any packaging, pulling packaging or shipping after the U.S. postal carrier gets here. And so I just kept doing it all day, which meant when I came in this morning, there wasn't as much to do, which was real lovely. So I started getting ahead on the pens that I had photographed yesterday. And so those are, except for, I've got 4 left. I think I have 4 pens left to list. They won't be on the site live until I get the images, which hopefully should be, fingers crossed, tomorrow. Is a hold up? Is a stick up? Are you getting coffee already?
No. Just need sanity.
You need sanity? David says hi.
Hello! I am going to steal our table for tomorrow.
What table? The folding table?
Folding table. Our shipping table. You don't need it tomorrow.
Oh, that table. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah. You can't steal my shipping table.
Okay.
So, what are you reading?
Whatever popped up there.
Oh, that was just spam.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Don't make me check your bank account.
Please don't check my bank account. You don't need to be there. I'll see you later. Yeah, stressful day across the hall. Yeah, I actually did see a desk set that I didn't have on eBay today, and so I bid on it. So when she said that, I was like, oh, and it ends tonight. So, anyway, what was I talking about? I don't know. Anyway, got stuff done. I spent the better part of the last half an hour trying to find a pen. So I have good news and bad news. The bad news is I still have not found, and it's for this Swan that we started the other day that has the bad section. I know I have a Swan around here, and I can see it. It's a solid pen, except for the cap has a little, it's not, I wouldn't even call it a chip. You've got a shaver section for me there somewhere too? Man, I hope you have that, because man, I feel Lisa's like giving me the 8th degree on that one. I'm not going to take your last one, though. I'm not going to take your last one. But I know I have this swan here. It's got a little nick out of the cap. It's like the material was just pushed. It's not fixable. It just looks bad. I know I am 99% sure I wouldn't have sold it that way because I just don't like to sell pens that, very rarely do I sell something with a crack in it. But if I do, it's seemingly significant. I can't find it. I just can't find this pen. And I've looked. I remember I remember coming across it before I moved everything here. And that was the problem. I moved everything here. I can't find it now. And then the good news is I actually found a binder full of pens I forgot I had, of which there are a couple of nice swans in there, but they're all leverless. So I'm, if it doesn't work, then we're screwed. But if it does work, we just replace the sack and we're good. But, so I guess that was nice. And there was, an interesting hard rubber pen in there that I need to do a little research on, but yeah, I can't find this pen. They sold it on the Girls' Day podcast. I mean, I can't believe that I found the cap for it or put it on something else. I know I have it somewhere. It's not in, like, I have a box full of English pens and it's not there. And so what I started to do today, I did this for 2 reasons. One, David, because I had this terrifying thought that I was going to get to Chicago and I was not going to have your 66-68 nib. So I not only did I write a note and I put it on my backpack so I can remember to bring it into the office. I started my big list for the Chicago Pen Show. And thank you again for helping out with the hotel reservations. Got my hotel reservation last night. I know, super late, but that's going to work out. You would have been sad if it was missing. Those probably would not have been the words, but because I know you don't want me to ship it. But I'm gonna bring it in tomorrow. I've got a note on my backpack, so as long as I don't forget about it from the point where I leave here and get home, which is about 8.5 minutes. Yeah, I hate shipping irreplaceable things. I'm gonna at least pull the pen, and I figured out, and we'll figure this out. So, at least I'll get it here because I have a pile of stuff for you already, but I had to write down. And then so as I'm going through, and I'm looking through all these parts, and I have everything labeled really nice for the Esterbrookes, and then for the big 4, Parker, Sheaffer, Waterman, Wall, Eversharp. And then the rest is kind of all, I mean, the bins are labeled. Mont Blanc is in with Pelican, and Aiken Lambert's in there for some reason, and some of the other European pens are in, the UK pens are in there. But then I have 3 or 4 boxes of just 3rd tier crap. I can't. I look at it and those bins never get smaller. They increase at an exceedingly large rate. And I think so two thoughts occurred. Number one, I need to take a week. And I need to sort through all these parts. I need to resort through the parts because not everything is where it is. If I can't find this swan pen, and I'm sure I have more swans, I just don't know where they are. I need to spend a week. A day is not long enough. And the other thing is why don't I get rid of some of this crap? It's stuffed with steel nibs, bad steel nibs. No nibs. And the first thing that came to mind is Judd Pearlson. If you all know Judd, I used to, $5 a pen, I would even feel guilty at that. And I wouldn't get rid of it all. Bader will buy them. Yeah, I'd come up to, yeah. Yeah, well, we would always have a box, and we call it the Judd box. And all throughout the month or 2 months or whenever we knew that Judd was going to be at a show, we would just, throw pens and pencils and just crap. Because, yeah, I haven't seen Judd, but Mike was at the Baltimore show, and I chatted with Mike. Yeah, Mike. We had a really cool conversation. And I got his business card around here somewhere, so but I always call it the Judd box, and we have a good laugh about it. And I just bring it and I go, here's what I got. What do you give me for it? And it's usually 50 or it's $100, and it's like never more than that. And whatever they offer, it's good to go. And it's gone. Like, do I need these pens? Is anybody ever going to say, hey, I need a cap for a no-name 1920s big red copy? I don't know that I don't know what level I need that stuff. Because I've had some of this stuff for ages. And it just gets in the way of trying to find stuff. So that was my revelation today, trying to find pens. And then when I found more, I was like, oh, well, there's Duofolds. There's a De La Rue. There's a couple of Swan leverless. There was an Aiken Lambert, really nice Aiken Lambert nib in a hard rubber pen that I don't believe was Aiken Lambert. But I have to check. I have to check one of my books first to see. I think it might have been one of those. I want to say it was one of those early Parker models that weren't branded Parker, but I don't think that's what this is. And so, it's. I guess Parker had the special and the new special, yeah. And this is marked economy, so I don't think this was a off-brand Parker. But anyway, that's my rambling for the morning. I literally have been through. I just can't. I can't imagine where it would be. I need to have somebody else look for me. It's probably not a Swan, and it's not gray. It's probably black, and it's, I don't know, an English Duofold is what it is. No, I'm pretty sure it's a gray Swan. Anyway. All right. Enough of me rambling here. Let's see what we got. Let's sort this out here. But yeah, I think Judd's just going to get a box. Hang on just a second. Gotta look at something here. Okay. I did want to make a comment. If anybody was interested, I know there were some notifications sent out today. The April Sailor anchor drop with the 1911 standard jellyfish. The pens came in today. So the blue and the green, medium fine and medium nibs in both are in stock. If you signed up for a notice, they're going out essentially on the hour. So the first batch went out, and then an hour passes, or on the next hour, then the next batch gets their email. So if you signed up and you haven't got a notice yet, that means you were further down the line, but it doesn't mean you can't go to the website right now and check it out. So they're up, available in stock, ready to ship. They are super cheap, 14 karat nibs, $195. Ready to ship. All right, so what do we got today? We're going to go through this. Thanks to David for telling me that this actually does come out. I've never actually pulled one out in all of this style of filling unit that I've ever had. So that I am going to, maybe against my better judgment, I'm going to try these 61s. I'm going to see if I can get them flush clean and see if we can get any kind of semblance of filling on them. I got a snorkel here. We're going to do. I was started to clean. I've got a Platinum President here. I started to clean that earlier this morning. Let's see. And then we'll see what they're going to work beautifully. I'm sure they're going to write. It's just, my thing is, Nathan Tardif is a lot of things, right? But he's not he said a couple things to me 25 years ago that really have stuck with me. And I don't carry any of his products. Quite frankly, I don't like them. But he said something to me once that really kind of rang true. This is probably 20, 25, 26 years ago. He said, nobody likes returns. Because I was buying a pen from him. And it's true. The buyer doesn't like a return. The seller doesn't like a return. Nobody likes returns. And when you get a pen that doesn't fill right, I just don't want to. I don't want to sell that pen. I don't care how great it writes. If it doesn't fill, if it only takes in a few drops of ink, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So that's why I haven't sold 61s. I got a bunch of them. But you saw some pictures of other new Sailor 1911S casual pens. I forgot what they call the finish on them, but they're nice looking. Yeah, they look good. I mean, like I say, I'm getting a sample set of them. I don't know when. I was told within a couple of weeks. So I'm on a list. There's a rotating list. Apparently, and they're sending a Toya USA in California is sending out a batch of a full tester set so we can try them out and take a look at them. So when I get them, you'll see them here. We'll write with them. Is it Matzo? Like matzo ball? Matzo Hysterium. Hey, Brian, you and Lisa have sold me several pens over the year before the Chicago location closed. Do you recommend inquiring about a vintage repair through the contact us form on Cardinal Pens and Paper website? Yeah, that's fine. You just shoot an email at hello@cardinalpens.com too. That's fine too. However you want to do it. I will respond back in time. I'm literally the only one that pretty much reads the email, so Lisa reads them, but I'm literally the only one that really replies back to them. So because there's nobody else here. So all right. But I mean, maybe we sell some of these 61s as they are what they are. I mean, or maybe what I need to do is I need to ink one up and then not worry about how much comes out after I attach my bulb, where's my bulb? This is my 61 bulb that I cut off. Because it looked like there wasn't much ink in there. And try it for a week and see if it, how that goes. So, of course, this president had some kind of red ink in it. Because that's what you do with the red pen. Boy, now I want matzo balls. I haven't had those in forever. I lived in upstate New York. There used to be a great Jewish deli down the street. And about at least once a week, the whole crew at the store would get lunch from there. I love the matzo ball soup. It's gonna be a cold night. You wouldn't mind a nice bowl of matzo ball? I love soups, man. I really miss for as much negative energy as I have about Chicago. One of my favorite things was this restaurant they had, which was not too far from my shop. Was called Zoop. If you've never been to a Zoop, it's pretty cool. They've got like 25, 30 different soups on hand, and you can have samples. I mean, it's just great. I mean, it was a great place. I just love soups, especially, creamy soups and all the stuff that's bad for you. But was that you, Russell? Yeah, my printer did go off. I was going to show them off on the stream, but I thought, well, I didn't want to take them out of the package because they're not going to stick around very long. You open, close again. It went off earlier, and I thought, wow, there's a thought somebody bought one, but it was something else. They're good looking, that's for sure. All right. That's probably good enough. 18 karat medium, beautiful nib on these presidents. You have to drive hours to get real deli food. Yeah. When I lived in Florida, we had a great deli down there too. It was in the plaza where my shop was, where I worked. Man, that was where I learned what banana peppers were. I mean, and that's that's almost 30 years ago now. What a great! I can even taste the sandwiches. They were so good. Good afternoon, Indy. How you doing? Oh yeah, Colin and Russ. All right. Speaking of platinum, you finally heard back about the Arushi that you gave luxury brands for repair in Baltimore. They sent it back saying platinum doesn't. Oh, those bastards! Are they going to charge you for all the shipping too? They sent it back to you. It never made it to Japan. Just nuts. You'd have to pay for shipping. Oh, that's good. That's good. That would suck. Yeah, we can't do this. 35 would be great for shipping. Thanks. You got a very pricey spare nib, yeah. Hello? Okay, great. Thank you. Amazon just doesn't know what to do when when they walk in the door and there's nobody here to greet them. It's pretty funny. You would have enjoyed using the pen. Yeah, I mean, all right. Just gonna let that air dry. Throw that on the side. Do this here. Can't believe I didn't know you could pull that out. All right, that was, what did we put in there? Was that looks like a 17, huh? Anybody remember? A coating of snow overnight, all melted away. We had hail yesterday. It lasted about 3 minutes. And I was nervously looking outside the window at my car. And I'm like, please don't get any bigger. So speaking about amazing pens, I'm going to trim this down a little bit. I got a sneak peek. David already saw it this morning. Of some pens that are potentially going to be making their way towards me. I don't know if it's the next week or so, but we'll just talk brands. Namiki, Sailor, Omas, Delta, Graf von Faber-Castell, a whole slew of really, 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 really pretty. And the Japanese pens are just something else. And I didn't even get full pictures. I just got like partial pictures. And you can kind of make out pictures of some of the pens in the background. Colin, yeah, there was only one. Russ got it. They didn't have much at Atoya. I mean, you guys can duke it out if you want. So, David, who do you think? You think Judd or Bader's going to give me a better price for a box of junk? probably just give it to Judd. Judd's been good to me over these years. Maybe Bader, he made a lot of on junk last year in Chicago. Oh, come on. This pen was apart when I bought it, and I put it together, and now it's... Ah, that's the problem there. Don't rush to get rid of it. Go through it, bring it to DC. I don't know. When I set my mind to it that I want to get rid of this scrap, I just want to get rid of it. Oh, that's interesting, Russell. You should have gotten a notification. I think you were one of the first. You check your spam filter. Hopefully it's in there. I would offer all this crap to you, David, but you don't need it. There's nothing of... Nothing you need in this lot. Send you a photo of the boxes for fun? I got news for you. It's 3 boxes. 3? 4? I just want to get it down to a manageable level. You know, like, I'll probably keep, like, the wherever stuff because, you know, that kind of stuff you do occasionally come across and you need a cap. But, like, the unmarked stuff that, you know, you just never... you never come across. I just don't know whether I really need that or not. Send the lathe photos. Yeah. I didn't want to push on that. But I am, let's just say I am a highly motivated seller of that lathe. It's sort of kind of how I was in Baltimore with the pencils that I sold to Harry. Now, I'm maybe not that motivated. I think I got 2 beers out of that one. I was, in fact, I was today, just this morning. Yeah, I get it. You need to see what you're going to get. Yeah. I was thinking I wanted to use my buffer, which I don't have fully set up yet, but there's only one place right now for it. And it's right where my lathe is, which, you know, because I had a Parker 45 barrel I wanted to play with. And I got no room. Thanks for sending over the Mandarin Lady Duofold. The vintage Parker collection is solely going. Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not a... It's the right price, I think, on that pen. Obviously, it was the right price, but, you know, Mandarins are just so tough. Um, there's a new vent hood for bench lathes. Just released. That's about half the price of its competitors if you want to ventilate your polishing setup. Yeah, I got to do something. I got to do something to... Ooh, that came out nice. I got to do something to at least take care of the mess. Because yeah, I don't really need a mess in here. You were told one time that when an email was part of a mass email, sometimes the receiver's email program sees it as spam mail. I mean, it's not. It's more complicated than that. It's not very mass. I mean, there's not 100 pens here, so. Just put my finger under it so I can see. So I can see some. Because you can't put this in the ultrasonic. You just mash on the nib to write medium. Jesus. Every nibble flex once. That's right. Pepe Tools. Oh, hey, that's not bad. 195 bucks. Oh, it's got a filter in there. Oh, look at that neat stuff. I suppose the light's included in that price, huh? With light. Wow. Coupon if you sign up for the newsletter. Yeah, there we go. Well, this one is really pretty clean. I mean, there's no ink whatsoever. It's been used. It's got black in there. Yeah, there's a little blue there. So yeah, after Chicago, I'll probably get working on that. What if I put that in a little Dr. G's, if that would maybe soak some of that up. So anyway, the Chicago pen show list is officially started. It is occupying a place of glory on my side table where I see it every day. Oops. So if anybody's going and needs me to bring something, let me know, or forever hold your peace. All right, well, we'll try that again tomorrow. Let's work on this guy. That's never a good sign. There we go. Oof. Blue. I probably should be working on the same pens, but I just got this snorkel, so I want to kind of finish it off. Yeah, I'm going to do the barrel just for fun. I suppose I could put these in the ultrasonic this way. See if I get anything out of it. Probably won't work. But let's try it just in case. Nothing else, it'll soak water up. We'll see how much water we do get out of it. Oops, I got to do this here. Run out of juice on my Dremel here. All right. I got most of it. See how fast we sell out of the 1911? Well, now technically this isn't a casual. Casual is the new steel nib pen. I need to take that chair to Jiffy Lube? Yeah, I know. It keeps me awake though. Yeah, so the tricky part is, you know, I ordered these pens from Sailor. I don't know if they're going to sell. You know, and I'm a cash customer, so I can't just order stuff on terms. So I got to order what I think's going to sell, and according to how much money's in my bank account at the time. So, you know, it's never as much as you want, but somehow I still have 2 King of Pens in stock. I would have expected there to be a little bit of a demand for that. I think there will be. I don't think it was a bad decision. Once you can no longer get a 21 karat nib King of Pen, then you help replace your bank account today. Yes, thank you. The funny thing is, just Colin, just before you place your order, I had another order from another Colin. Like, wait a minute. Which one is not that one? You don't have a King of Pen? I do like the 1911s. I think they're nice. This is not coming out easy. This is going to be a... Oh, it might come out. I don't think it's going to come out. This one might be for the acetone bath here, because it's not hard enough to just come out with the drill. So I need a little more in there. Oh, and I did, just for the record, I got myself a brand new set of epoxy to replace the pathetic stuff that I've had for the last 10 years. I was tired of struggling with it. I terrify you every time I pour acetone so close to a tray of pens. I'm living life on the edge. Wild and crazy. I'm pretty sure those are two words that have never been used to describe me. Crazy, maybe, yes. All right. Throw that in there. Grab our point holder gasket and O-ring here. Ah. Come on. Okay. Oh, come on. See how nasty this is inside here. The inside of the barrel was that bad. Well, it's not terrible. It's either Buy a king of pen or pay off your mortgage? Pay off as in pay off, or make the monthly payment? Oh, Visconti Venetian Dream. Okay. All right, that looks good. Good suction on that. How would I do this? Does that make you more comfortable? Of course, I'm not pouring, so. Probably not long enough. Much better. So I had a laugh. I was sometimes I watch old podcasts just for the fun of it. That and to see there are things that need to be improved or to remind myself what we talked about or whatever. And I decided I was going to go through and watch all of the old Anderson Penn's podcasts, starting from the beginning. In like the first episode, I talked about this particular tool and how I had just, like that week, had just put this handle on this scraper. So I've got my platinum hanging out here on the edge. Oops, I guess it didn't fall in all the way. It'd take me a while to go through all those podcasts. There were 580. Actually, I think there were 584 because one of them, for whatever reason, had no audio. So that one I... If I want the downloads of the podcast you have, just let you know. They're on your storage system. Thank you. You have 3 Visconti Divina Elegance Bordeaux. 3 Bordeaux's? That's a good looking pen. It's just under 400 gig. I mean, you know, almost a gig per episode. 0.8 of a gig per episode. All right, so let's see if I can get the... Oh, okay. At first I thought it's because I don't have my glasses on and I can't, but yeah. My only thinking is that the podcast will get better, and I just don't remember at what point the various changes took place. It could be the acetone fumes are melting the glasses off your face. Lisa's told me she's getting a new pair of glasses this week. Apparently they're having a frame trunk show tomorrow, Friday, I think. And she's already got a pair of frames picked out because apparently the ones that she got last that I didn't notice for who knows how long, they hurt her nose, so she's going to get something different. But now about every week or so, I look at her and go, "Are those new glasses?" I mean, and to be fair, she's got like 2 different sets of reading glasses. She's got driving glasses. You know, all this stuff. And so she's always gotten, you know, sunglasses. So who am I to know any different? It's always something different on her face. There we go. Acetone works really well, but it's really, really seriously messy. Instead of asking, just say, those are really nice glasses. I like them a lot. That will cover any and every eventuality. Oh. That's good. I like that. She'll see through that. No pun intended. How does it work when the maker like Sailor allows a deeper discount for a period of time and you have those in stock already? Do you have to swallow the cost of the deeper discount? Well, so the anchor drop is not mandatory. So if you already have, if I already have those pens in stock, it's not required to discount. I could do standard 20%, I could do 25, I could do 30, I could do 35, I could do 22.6. Or nothing at all. But yes, if I already had them in stock, you're still going to make, at minimum, 10 points. Now, they do offer, for remaining inventory, and I should mention, this is US. This is, it might be North America. I'm trying to think if there are, it's for sure US. It is not worldwide. It is only US. So the distributor is the one that starts the program. But they have an incentive to buy remaining stock at an extra discount. So usually what you do is you buy extra and then that sort of levels out, you know, what you may be losing. But you if you have any in stock, you weren't selling them anyway. I like those glasses a lot. My problem is I can never remember the name of her glasses. I keep calling them Kate Spade, but they're not. They're Kendra Scott. So they start with the K, and the last name starts with an S. So it's kind of a joke now. I'm like, oh, are those Kate Spade glasses? No. No, they're not. And actually today I called them Maria Nicola, which is a brand of jewelry that she likes. And that was an honest mistake, not just me funning around. And how I remembered that name, I have no idea. I still got to get this pushed down here. You were in sales most of your career, so it's interesting how things are done. Yeah, things are a lot different in the pen industry than most people think. The pen industry doesn't work like every other industry, you know. Lisa's mom and stepdad used to have a clothing business, you know, and so her stepdad would regale us with tales of, you know, how they would handle slow moving or dead inventory. And, you know, in the pen industry, for the most part, for most manufacturers, if it's a current product, there is a minimum advertised price, there's a maximum discount. So unless you got people coming in your store, assuming you have a store, I mean, you can do whatever you want in the store. But online, you can't do any more than, in most cases, it's 20% off. You know, Sailor, Pilot, Platinum. You market 1 penny less than 20% off, you will get in trouble. Some of them are better about policing it than others. But you just can't say, okay, well, this didn't work. We're going to mark it off, market 40 off. There are some brands that threaten a bad time, but then they don't do anything. And some will just cut you off. And there's, with one exception, most distributorships, there's no other alternative ways to get the product. So you can't just go to another distributor and buy if you get cut off by one, you can't just go to Joe's Pen Parts and pick it up there. Diamond Inks, there's no contract. U.S. distributor doesn't care. I guarantee it. But nobody should be discounting, in my opinion. no retailer should be discounting accessories. I hate it when they do it. You know, we're not talking about hundreds of dollars here. We're talking about tens of dollars, maybe at the most. It just means everybody loses money. You know, and we're talking about $4 on a bottle of ink or something like that. It's just silly to. I've always said if you can't compete on service, the only thing you have to compete on is price. That's true. Trying to push this. Push this back up. So if you're an online retailer and you don't offer any other level of service or value to the customer, then the only way you get business is by lowering your price. You can sometimes grab. I think this is rusted on. I mean, this is. You can see right there is. I mean, not rusted on, but there was some crap under there. I put a little bit of silicone on that to maybe make it a little bit easier. It's finally moving now. Yeah, it's not moving. I could probably just go the easy route and just replace this whole stupid thing, but I like to struggle. Yeah, it should be saved if possible. Yeah. Sometimes I found I can do this and I can put this on and then that will help, but yeah, I don't make these anymore. Oh, I just remembered something I got to put on my Chicago list. Talked about it last night with Lisa. For sure will not be forgotten, but it needs to be on the list. Actually, what I need to write is I need to write loop on my list. File boxes and bubble wrap for desk sets. Okay, that moved. Gonna need that. Your goal for Chicago is to not come home with a display case of any kind. Oh man, you told some doozies, buddy, but that is one of them. All right, I need a sack for this guy. Yeah, sadly, I can't either. There is, as far as I know, there's only one Esterbrook. There's one Esterbrook desk or display case that I want. Um, in my life, I've never been able to acquire one. I've seen a handful of them. Um, and I've never been on the winning end of one, or they've just been ridiculously expensive. And one showed up on eBay, I don't know, a week ago, give or take. And I showed it to Lisa, which was my first mistake. Um, and it's off a note here. And she said, absolutely not. Okay. No. I got a feeling it's either it's desk sets or it's display cases, and she's not sure which one she hates more. But right now, there's no room for either. So Yeah, probably a box wouldn't be a bad idea, though. I'm bringing the vets, so I don't have the luxury of, sometimes the footwells behind the front seats are really great places to put things because they don't, things don't roll around or whatever. Oh, crap. Have I seen the paper Esterbrook desk set display in eBay? Oh, I think I have. Yeah, it's like some ridiculous price on it, though. Oh, it's $100. Great. You do know I don't have a paycheck, right? I don't get paid for this nonsense. I know. You're just don't shoot the messenger. You're just trying to help. Maybe that is. Let me see if I can. I know there was like um, a relief display or something on it was like $300 or $400. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, the price dropped. That's why. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. It's got the deluxe on there. It's got the image. It's got the Azure. 5 decorator colors. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. The new medallion, that's cool. Capillary set with the pen that fills itself. Holds 40 times more ink. Wow. That's side pieces go into slots. I mean, it's awesome. It's got everything there. Yeah, it is nice to see sometimes people, come to their senses. Might be, it might be desk sets in display cases. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I don't want to leave you hanging. The display case that I really want uh, is fairly scarce. It actually has curved glass. It's a 24 pen display, and it has curved glass on the front, and it's so cool. And there are about 3 or 4 variations of that particular case. And that one has always eluded me. Desk sets and display cases equals sleeping on the couch. Yeah. Although that would be like a gift because, then she's got to put up with my snoring. My cat would probably not sleep on the bed, which is, he's 17 pounds. And he never sleeps where you want him to sleep. He sleeps like in the middle, 3/4 of the way down the bed. Now, David, if it works out that you want to come and visit after the show, there's a desk set museum or a display case museum waiting for you. Now that was sitting in water for 20 minutes, maybe. Well, I got 8 drops of ink out of there. You appreciate the offer. Once you figure out your travel for that week, after I'll let you know. You may be heading straight to your brother's place. Okay, that's fine. Probably the closest you'll ever be here, though. You got to help your brother. You got to help your brother. Oh, this one is this one. Lisa forgot I was taking the vet, so we're having dinner last night, and she says to me, she says, "Well, I'm gonna hate having to Uber to work in the morning. That's gonna suck." I said, "No, no, no, no. I'm taking my own car." So that's just for Ohio. There sure is a lot of. Be nice if gas prices went down before the show. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? I've got I have a half a tank of gas in the vet. Like, I'm gonna see if how long I can hang on to that. I only put premium in that car. Right now, premium is more expensive than diesel. What do we think is an acceptable level of clean on a 61? What if we put some this is a stupid idea. I wonder if we try to soak up some Dr. G's and see what happens. What if that would work? I mean, what's the worst that could happen here? I wonder if it will suck it up or if I should just try to force it through. The sag could melt. Not in a 61. How's it going, Black? Are they changing the venue for Ohio? Boy, I hope so. I guess it's December, the first weekend of December now. All right, so I've got ink all the way through it. When was the schedule announced? I don't know. I think Lisa got a text or a message from Terry Mayhorter last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's on the website yet. No. It would be nice to have a better motel though. Yeah, website still got 2025 stuff. You have the sound here. It was pretty jammed up. I mean, I've got a real good squeeze on this, and I can see, despite how dark my solution is here, I can see the drops coming out are darker than the solution. No, we can't start talking about Ohio. I mean, we haven't even. I mean, I know we get like 6 weeks of summer here in Wisconsin, but we can't. I mean, talking about DC is bad enough. Just wish there was an easier way to do this. Really, 6 weeks that long? Well, I mean, it's April. I mean, no, it's not that. Yeah, that long. Um, it'll start warming up mid-May. I'll be right after the show. Then we're good until September. So it's not too bad. Well, anything oily will make it stop holding water. Well, this is the same amount of pressure as it had before. I'm just holding it on the. Like I say, it's an experiment. You had a long, cold winter. Good side to that is it killed a lot of insect larvae. We went for a walk the other night. I couldn't believe how many bugs were flying around. That's because all the snow melted and all the low spots. It wasn't warm enough to evaporate all the water, and all the insects, all the flies, and they weren't mosquitoes, but all the flies were starting to hatch. Yeah, we've absolutely made the problem worse now. But there's still dye intensive stuff coming out of here. Trying to identify some pelicans. Get in touch with the penguin. They'll help. There we go. I just shook some out. Well, so that's a bad idea. Don't put that into Dr. G's. See if I flush it with water if we get anything else out. Oh. Well, every once in a while, it's good to, if you have a problem with something, it's good to experiment and take a look at it again. Retro has a really good resource on their website. They have pretty much all of the old catalogs on their reference section. So you don't even need to wait for someone to get back to you. It takes a little digging, but Well, this is unbelievable. Kennedy's don't have dates listed for Ohio? Like I say, it was like, I don't remember how Lisa, I can't believe she got a text from Terry, but I thought she said she heard directly from Terry. I'm not crazy about the new dates, though, I'll tell you that. I'm going to see if this will come apart. For science. I know they're more fragile than a 51, so we got to be careful there, but. Problem is, they put the Teflon coating on this filling unit, and you can't grab it. Can't wait for DC. You want to get a pen stand from Turkey? Well, they sealed these up good, that's for sure. That one's easier. Maybe I just need to let it soak. Hold on. No luck. No luck. What else we got? What other tools we got in the toolbox here? Oh. Hmm. Well, kind of want to put it in a clear glass of water. I might do that later. All right. Let's see. It is 4:08. See if I have it in me to start on these guys. As I recall, this one didn't want to open. That's good. That's good. Need a filler for this. I got one liner on here somewhere. There's one of our new ones. Actually, pretty good color. Pretty good color. Dried ink. We'll cement it together with an ultrasonic cleaner for you. Well, the problem with the 61 is this guy right here. If you put this in an ultrasonic, for sure, this come off every time. And you don't want to have to deal with reattaching that. So that's why we don't put it in the ultrasonic. At least that portion of it. Yeah, just don't do it. That, I'm not necessarily a betting man, but that is one thing I will bet on. You put a 61 in an ultrasonic, you'll have two parts. It's the same with any other Zogan inlay, Pilot, Platinum, Sailor, that have the little extra metal piece on the hood behind the nib. You put it in the ultrasonic. If you forget, you say, "Oh," and then you look in there and you've got a little metal piece floating around. Yeah. Was my accountant appointment painless as possible last week? Yeah, it was fine. It was good luck with the trade. Get it run. Hope you have a great night. Yeah, you too. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it was a sign-in bash. And then a funny, not a lecture, but a funny, I'll call it a lecture from the accountant on why I shouldn't lose money. Well, it's a startup, man. I had more expenses than profit. Lunchtime. You can tune in now without interruption. All right. Good to see you, Gabriel. Which way let's go? You have a script cert student with the semi-hooded nib that you're trying to figure out how to disassemble. Do I have one of those around here? Semi-hooded. I'm not sure. Would have to see it. All right. Did I clean these? Your guess is as good as mine, I suppose, huh? I mean, this has been a month and a half on this tray. All right, so the green one is Canadian. Is the pencil Canadian? Yeah, it's a match. Oh, and the pencil works. That's why I kept it there. Nope. That's Canadian. Oh, this one's got an engraved name on it too. Crud. Well, it's all right. You can barely see it. All right, well, let's see. This nib looks like a disaster. I think I got as far as disassembling and cleaning out the pellet cups, and that's kind of where we sat. Let's throw that in there. I'm just going to dump these in the ultrasonic here, see what happens. Oh yeah, lots of ink coming out. This is the problem when you start something and you don't finish it. You forget where the heck you were in the process. You have a clucking Duovac. Just gonna double check all of these. Looks like I tried to clean them. But let's just do this. We'll throw them in the ultrasonic. What do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4 diaphragms. Let me see if I got them here. Get all these cut. Got a Sheaffer Jr. coming in a couple days. Should be a good pen. I don't know why I did it this way, but I did. Go. I'll get this trade done eventually. All right, so this one is an old filling unit. I'm just going to heat it up a little bit. And that is one of our new filling units. Oops. Oh, there's the pellet. I was like, where'd the pellet go? There it is. All right. Did I get any feedback from the ones I gave out? Yeah. Yeah, feedback was incredibly positive. The problem now is the startup cost for it is real high. And I've got Chicago show that I need to save up money for. I got the DC show I got to save up money for. Got a couple other things that are planned. So unfortunately, it's going to have to wait. It's going to have to wait about 3 or 4 months. Hello. Good. What are you doing? Probably isn't. Sorry. Oh, is that what those are? I'm not breaking things yet. I'm always trying to break things. So yeah, the filling units will be a reality at some point. This year. But I got a couple other brands on the hit list that I got to take care of first, so. That will actually generate revenue as opposed to a really cool new repair product that only a few people will benefit from. There is one minor change I might make to it, but for the most part, it functions and works well, so. This feed's got some residue on it. I don't know what this. Really bad ink. It's probably super chrome. Alright. Clean these out. We won't get these done today, but we'll probably get pretty close though. What's the recommendation on trimming the diaphragm? You've seen various lengths suggested. What do I use? 1, 2, 3. 1/16 inch. I think is what I've got on my. I marked it ages ago on my cutting pad, and then that's what I've always used. Got a little bit of transparency in this barrel. Kind of see it there. That's total length. Is that total length or from the shoulder where it narrows at the pellet? That's pellet out. Cut. Although it's never ever really very clear whether it includes the pellet or not, but I find with the pellet it works just fine. So if we don't include the pellet, then it's a little bit longer. Gotta clean that. Okay. One down. Beautiful. All right, these get a little more tricky. A lockdown and a speed line. And last but not least, so we got two Canadians in the bunch. Green and red. fine until I looked up. Hey, we're making progress. And this is, since we're now in April, this is your friendly reminder, particularly those of you who are in colder climates that haven't had warm weather for the past few months. Remember that as the weather gets warmer, so does the water in your ultrasonic cleaner. So your that one's jammed up. Your water will get hotter faster, meaning if you're leaving stuff in there, you might run into a problem. Just keep an eye on it. Okay. So this was clogged in the breather tube only, which is great because I hate knocking these out. Don't only knock these out if you need to knock these out. Doesn't blow through, then check the breather tube first. How did it go with the bike seat setup? Well, you know, interestingly enough, as I took the old one off, I discovered the old one was marked, was 145 millimeters. And the new one I got was 141. I did, what did I do? 15 miles, maybe. And it wasn't bad. And I'm half wondering, although it was a little different because it's not the same saddle. I'm wondering if the problems I was having with the other saddle in terms of comfort weren't because it was too wide. So it's a little different style. It has a full cover as opposed to the standard cutout. It's got the cutout, but it's got a cover over it. And so I felt like I was slipping down all the time. I might make I didn't ride yesterday, but I'm going to ride tonight. So I might make a little, see if there's any adjustment that can or should be made. But it was okay. You know, I rode the last one for 12,000 miles, so correct size or not, you know, I'm so used to it. It's a perfect example of why ultrasonic cleaner alone is not, you can see all this black stuff here is coming out of the threads. It's not enough sometimes to get everything clean. And this is an area that should have gotten clean. Now we're going to put shellac on here, but we want it to be easy to thread in. We are not going to have time to test these, but at least we can assemble at least these 3 vacs. Ooh, it's a flexible nib on that one too. Do I get time for this? Maybe. So yeah, tonight will be night 2 on the new saddle, and we'll see how that goes. I hope it's that the other one was just too big. Too wide, that is. All right, well, that looks good. This guy didn't put that upside down. We're going to have to check the... Here's our tray. Let's move these over. We'll have to check the caps. I don't remember if we did the caps. But... those at least we can test tomorrow. And then we'll just for funsies' sake, we'll try seeing if we can heat the snot out of this again and see what happens. It's always the ones. It always seems it's the ones that have this transparency that's just ridiculous that you can't open. 46 first quarter. What are you gonna do? So we'll have at least these 4 that we can do. We've got this English Duofold. We can start the Snorkel. We'll look at those 61s again for some dumb reason. I don't know. See what happens after they dry out. Maybe there's... I'm going to actually get a soak one here in a minute here. I'm going to put it in a clean cup of water. And we'll see, and flush it through to see if we can get something out. So anyway, we're almost right here at 5 o'clock, so that's good timing. Lisa will be coming in a minute. Go home, do the dinner thing, and we'll be back tomorrow. that's exciting. We got those vacs. I mean, they were almost done. They were almost done for like 2 months. But sometimes that's what you do. I just didn't want to work on them. Quite honestly, I have other things to do. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are in the world. Be kind, be well, and we'll catch you tomorrow, all right? Take care, everyone. Bye now.